Welcome back, everybody, to the GGBL. We are going to finalize Week 2 today and tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be the game of the week between Las Vegas and Michigan. Two really good teams that are playing really good baseball here at the GGBL level. But first, we're going to lead off today's video with Indiana and New York. In New York, we've had 2 games in New York so far. I'm still waiting. I'm trying to balance this out, trying to see some teams that we haven't seen on the road and some teams that we haven't seen at their home stadium quite yet. But this is just how the matchups worked for this week. So Indiana, New York to lead us off. Casey Mize going to strike out a hitter here to get 1 out on the ledger. And we got a ground ball to second base. We got Nate Lowe going to strike out, who's been one of the hotter hitters of the GGBL. Is going to strike out here against Casey Mize, and he gets out of a little mini jam. We got Jeremiah Port, the custom prospect pitcher, going up against Bryce Harper with 2 down. He's going to send a long fly ball out there to right, but the play will be made, and another inning passes, no runs scored. Let's jump over to the bottom of the second inning, and we have Sam Travis coming up here getting a single, a long single. My man, you kind of got to get to second base there. But then again, I know that you're kind of big and kind of slow. Can't get to second base on the stolen base attempt after the wild pitch, but we get a home run. No, a double off the wall. This time we do get a double, but it's for Garrett Collins, the center fielder. Had to think about that for a second. Got a walk here, and then a fly ball to right. You need runners on first and second base, and then Bryce Harper going to send a little ground ball the opposite way, but second base will make the out, and Port and the Indiana Rams will get out of the inning. There's a nice catch on left field. Very nice contact and good power stroke there, but they'll get the out anyway. Little dropped in single here to left field, and now we've got runners on first and second here in the top of the 4th inning, and Indiana has a chance to add on some runs. For once, they can't do it. Sam Travis, the first baseman, makes a nice play on the line drive. Center fielder! Oh, I love those plays, man. As an outfielder myself, I love that. Great read right off the bat, right off the contact, and Adolis Garcia, the young outfielder, making that play. The route efficiency was perfect. Let's jump to the bottom of the 4th here still, and do we have a play at the wall? Yes, we do, but it's a home run. Sam Travis. No long single this time. Just gets a long walk, long jog along those bases. Make sure you touch all 4, though. Make sure they count. Nicky Delmonico with the Big Daddy hack. Lean into that one. Lean back. Every time I see that kind of animation, I always think of the song. Lean back. Lean back. Home run, Nicky Delmonico. We got 2 home runs for New York. There it is. Then lean back. They take the lead here 2-0. Let's go to the top of the 5th. Casey Mize still out there. It's going to be a strike out on Chucky Robinson, the catcher for Indiana. Port is still out there, though. And he's still throwing a quality start type of game here. You got to get through the bottom of the 6th, though, in order to make that happen. Nate Lowe, strikeout again against Casey Mize. And now Mize has 2 strikeouts in this inning and a runner on first base. Little fly ball to right field. Well, line drive, I should say. But Bryce Harper corrals it, makes the play out there, get the ball back in quickly. They have, again, another situation with runners in scoring position, and they can't come through. A ground ball here to third base. And let's go to the top of the 9th inning with the strikeout. And Indiana will, unfortunately, take the L here in New York. 4 hits on the day, 7 hits against Indiana pitching staff. And they got it done. New York got it done. What else is there to say? Good outing from Casey Mize. It was really the name of the game here. So Indiana put the pressure on him today, but Casey Mize definitely clutched up and got it done with the strikeouts and the clutch outs. Let's head over to Michigan and Atlanta at the Mallard grounds at Belknap. This is a stadium that I built based on a location in Grand Rapids. Stadium kind of looks, it's built up from basically like a park, a little baseball park, a little softball field, I think, in Grand Rapids area that's real close to really a good spot that, a major league or a minor league team might take over. So if you guys are around the Michigan area and you kind of know what this is, or Belknap Park or Belknap whatever it is, Belknap Grounds. Yeah, I made this kind of in that image. But let's get to the gameplay here so we kind of get back on track. We got Alex Bregman going to lift a fly ball here to center field and just looking to clutch up in this situation against Woods Richardson. You got 2 down, runners on first and second. You got Dylan Carlson up. You got a base hit right past the diving shortstop Kiner Falefa, and a run will score. So that's the way to clutch up right there. Dylan Carlson coming through the single up the middle. It is 1-0. Let's skip ahead here to the top of the second, and another home run. This time, it's Ryan Castile. Hits a solo home run to tie the ball game up. Hoyjun Park steps into the batter's box, but we do get a stolen base. That is Cole Roederer, showing the hustle, showing the speed. Gets on base, onto second base here with a stolen base to get runners in scoring position for Hoyjun Park, but he's going to strike out here. Shortstop Perdomo makes a nice running play. Carlson comes up again in this situation with nobody down and shoots a little line drive right back into left field. Opposite field approach for Dylan Carlson, but we take a look at the doubles leaders, and he is in the last spot. He's got 2, so he's got to get that up a little bit, in my opinion. But can they come through here? Luis Toribio fires a shot over to first baseman, but can't get it done. Luis, you got to be better, man. You got to be better. He pulls Ryan Castile off the base, but we got runners on first and second now with 1 down and a fly ball to center field. Makes the play. 2 down. This is a clutch situation for Atlanta. Ground ball here to shortstop. Kiner Falefa makes a nice play off balance and makes the throw over to first. Runner on second base with nobody down here. This will move the runner over to third for Atlanta. Now all they need is a fly ball, but a strikeout here. That's clutch. That is a clutch approach here for Keegan Aiken. Now Luis Toribio, who made that mistake, he can't get retribution. Try to come up with a word. He can't get retribution here. He can't make up for it. Thad Ward comes in. But in the bottom of the 5th, we've got Alex Bregman, who we saw in the first episode ever, the first episode of the GGBL, week number 1, opening day. Hit 3 home runs. This time he goes a little opposite field approach here, shoots this one into the gap, but Bobby Bradley will ground out, and it's still a 1-1 game. Nick Markakis coming up, gets a strikeout here from Keegan Aiken, who has been dealing not a lot of strikeouts so far, but nonetheless, he is holding this Atlanta offense to 1 run. 2-out single here, back up the middle. Tim Beckham is up. Little throw down to second base. No good, not in time. So Kim gets a stolen base. Now here's Tim Beckham again, and oh man, that's clutch. That is clutch. We go past the 6th inning, and Keegan Aiken is all pumped up here. Michigan looking for a little rally here late. Bottom of the 6th inning. Base hit. Double. Leadoff double for Dylan Carlson, who's been hot today. Little fly ball to right field, giving chase. Looked like it was going to keep going with the wind, but a little throw away here. Back to second, get the ball back in. But we do have a 1 down third base situation, and Thad Ward facing Daniel Palka, who's been one of the leaders in the GGBL with batting average. Been one of the top hitters, and he comes through here with a triple, a 1-out triple. Gets the run in. It is 2-1 Michigan in the bottom of the 6th inning. Huge at bat for Daniel Palka, but to be expected out of a guy that's been hot like that. You need it. You absolutely needed it, and he came through. Oscar Mercado is going to drive him in. It is now 3-1 Michigan. The quack attack is in full effect now, guys, here in this game late. Here's Cole Roederer. Ball is going to get away. Now he's got an opportunity to tack on another run, maybe even more runs with a home run. But he's going to send it the opposite field through the 5.5 hole, the Tony Gwynn hole. And it is now 4-1. Really good approach from Roederer, and Michigan takes that 4-1 lead. Let's go to the top of the 7th. Ugh. If you're Atlanta, you need all the runners you can possibly get, but Altavia gets the pickoff move. and gets his man there, guys. So unfortunately for Atlanta, they just had some screw-ups there on the base paths, and that's going to do it, man. That's going to do it. So good game for Michigan, and they continue to show off why they're one of the better teams in the GGBL. A 4-1 final, and you can see your line score there, your notable players, box score a little bit. Dylan Carlson, the player of the game, for good measure, 3 of 4. Really good game for him. Thad Ward gets saddled with the loss. All right, guys, let's go to Dallas and Nashville. We've had 2 games in Nashville, but this is a cool one because we get to see Brady Singer take the mound. And I'm actually excited for this one because you get Singer and then you get Jack Melton, a custom Discord prospect. Came over from year number 1, or for year number 1. But Brady Singer, I love that delivery, man. It's kind of old school, kind of new school with the herky-jerkiness a little bit. Kind of cool. But he gets out of the first inning with nothing scathed against him, nothing hurt. Meanwhile, Jack Melton going up against Demetrius Edwards-George, one of my favorite players here in the GGBL, at least for year number 1. He's going to lay down a bunt, try to utilize that speed a little bit. But we do get a base hit here with 1 down. That's going to start things back up again here for the Heat. However, ground ball to third base. Jack Melton is going to be let down by his defense. That is Derek Carrot. I'm going to call him Derek Caro, the 4th, though. The third baseman, the custom player as well for Dallas. He's going to not make the throw at second base, but Melton settles down here a little bit and gets 2 straight strikeouts against Ryan Braun and Franklin Laborde. 2 guys that had some really nice games in last week's action. Jared Kelenic against Brady Singer. 2 young guys in the major leagues that you love to see when they start coming through like this. They start coming through, start showing off why they're highly rated prospects. Kelenic gets a 2-run shot, 352-foot shot right there to give Dallas the lead. Strikeout here, strikeout there, strikeouts everywhere. Dr. Seuss is would have a field day with this right now. 2 down, another one. I cut it off a little short here. 3 straight strikeouts in that inning. Let's jump all the way to the bottom of the 6th inning, guys. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Just a lot of outs. But Demetrius Edwards-George gets a nice little single here. This is what we want to see out of a contact hitter like himself. Contact, speed, and defense guy. But we got runners on 2nd and 3rd, so Nashville has a chance to make some noise and make some damage, but to no avail. Dallas shuts them down here. But don't speak too soon. Nashville, they like to come back late, apparently. This is what they did against St. Louis last week. 2 outs, double. 2 outs, first baseman corrals it, makes the play. Unfortunately for Nashville, again, it's just annoying at this point, man. They just don't come through in the clutch. That's really what we're talking about here in this video a lot, is coming through in the clutch situations. Runners in scoring position, you're all set up, ready to go. You got to get it done. Derek Caro gets a base knock, gets a double, and Dallas has a chance to extend the lead here, but Josh Reddick is going to line a grounder back at first baseman, makes the play, holds the runners. Left fielder is going to corral this one. I believe that's Ryan Braun out there. He'll make the play, and Dakota Chalmers says, thank you, sir. We got to stay in this thing. James Karinchak, really tough closing pitcher, up against Ryan Braun as he steps in here with nobody down. Here is a base hit taken away by Nick Madrigal. What a good play there by the White Sox second baseman. Franklin Laborde, though, will get a 1-out walk, and then now Karinchak is in a little bit of a jam here. He's led 2 straight batters to first base. They got 2 straight walks, but he settles down, gets another strikeout here. This is the tendency with Dallas pitchers here. They always do this sort of thing. But we got a ground ball up the middle. That's a base knock. So can Nashville finally do it this time? Can they finally do it? Can they get a walk-off? It didn't happen against St. Louis last time. Karinchak, in a awful situation, gets the clutch strikeout. So, yeah, it seems to be what Dallas likes to do. They like to get into these sticky situations and then get a big strikeout that they absolutely needed. So, kind of funny, kind of weird, but we'll need to watch out for that with Dallas moving forward. But, unfortunately for Nashville, just really couldn't come through, man. Really couldn't come through when it mattered the most. All right, let's move on to Minnesota. We got Ross Stripling out of the mound, one of my favorite pitchers. Not a guy that's going to overpower you by any means, but he is going to have a low ERA, have a low whip, and he's going to be putting the ball in play. He's going to be nice. He's just going to be a nice pitcher to get the job done for you in the long term. All right, Minnesota first going to strike out here, getting the early out. That's Yang out on the mound, the lefty. And there's going to be another ground ball here past the shortstop. And oh, we got a potential double here as the left fielder just could not hang on to it. Couldn't corral it. And that's Nick Solak here with a one-out double. Joe Mauer comes up. He's going to get a walk. So now we got runners on first and second base. And Minnesota with Randy Arozarena got a little fly ball right in front of Joey Gallo. It's going to fall in, but we've got Solak's going to slide in, and the throw from the outfield is on the money. Joey Gallo, what a toss all the way to home plate just in time. Had it just been a couple seconds, milliseconds, inches, he would have been safe. It's a really clutch job there by Joey Gallo. Wisconsin now up to bat here, top of the second. We've got Matt Justice, who's been tearing the cover off the baseball. The DH/first baseman is going to get a big-time knock there, keeping that batting average on the uppity-up. However, 2 down in this inning. Ground ball to Joe Mauer. He makes the play, and Minnesota is out of a little bit of a little tiny mini jam there. Double by Freudis Nova. Yeah, he's in for a double. There's no way that he doesn't get that double. It goes all the way to the wall. And Nova is in for a double. Gigliotti's coming up, and he is going to strike out. He's going to get that check, that appeal down to third base ump. Said that he went. Joe Mauer. Ground ball to short. Easy play. And it still remains a 0-0 game here. Strikeout for Stripling. He's feeling it. Another strikeout on Joey Gallo with a runner on base here. Got to come through. Matt Justice. Fly ball. Right to right field. Easy play. They're out of the fourth. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth. We've got a... it's just bad base running. Bad base running for Minnesota. Little pickoff move is easy. That's Randy Arozarena is going to get picked off there. And we do get a base. No, it's going to be robbed. Robbed by the second baseman. What a throw. Good job by Kramer to come on up and get that out right up the middle. So, hey, Kramer steps up and says, you know what? I can play the defense. I can hit the ball out of the ballpark. Looking good for Wisconsin, man. Got a 1-0 early lead now, and then we've got, shortstop Terang can't make the play. We got a play at the plate, potentially. Little offline. Wisconsin gives up the lead. Minnesota gets the 1 run back, so it's now tied. Nick Solak with the RBI. Then Randy Arozarena comes up and then hits a 3-run shot. Huge hit off of Yang. And Randy Arozarena puts them back up on top. Minnesota here 4-2, and we got it closed down. We got it shut down. So Wisconsin a little bit of a threat there in the bottom of the ninth, or the top of the ninth, I should say, but Minnesota does shut the door and get the job done. Good win for Minnesota. Very close matchup between both teams. I like where this is headed here in the AL Central. Let's move on to an NL East matchup. We got the Miami Moonshots against the Carolina Blue Sox. Now look at the team batting average for Carolina. They're hitting 200, but who do they focus on? They focus on Juan Soto, of course. He didn't, after all, go 0 for 9 in the Richmond Good Boys live stream last week. Yeah, he went 0 for 9. So I'm going to talk about that batting average being real low at 200. That might be a good player to focus on. Just kidding, just messing around. He is having a little bit of a comeback with his season, but that definitely did not get him off on the right foot. However, Felix Hernandez takes the mound, gets 3 easy outs for the Blue Sox, and they're out of the first inning with no damage. Josh James gonna just blow by Zach Granite here for the strikeout. Got Luis Arias coming up, lifts a little lazy fly ball here to center field, and that's gonna be an easy play for Cody Bellinger. Makes the second out, and then we got Juan Soto coming up with a base hit. No! What a play! What a play by third baseman Michael Brassow. Gotta like that, man. Good defense. Runner on second base and first base here. Little fly ball to left fielder, but that's going to move the runner over from second to third with runners on the corners now and one down, I should say. Javon Brown comes up, the designated hitter, hits a long fly ball to foul territory, but he doesn't miss this one. Long fly ball. It is deep into the gap, the left center field gap. Center fielder's not going to go over and get this one until it hits the wall here. And we got 2 runs to score with a triple. A 2-run triple for Javon Brown. This guy might not have a big-time batting average right now, but every time we see him in gameplay, it seems like he is just driving the baseball. So you can love to see that out of that custom prospect. Then we got Cody Hosey making a nice play here to end the 2nd inning. Let's actually top of the 3rd inning, my bad. Let's move out to the bottom of the 3rd. We've got runners on 2nd and 3rd now after Greg Allen puts on a double steal here. 2nd baseman makes the flip. Nice play. They will get the run in though. 2-1. Runner at 3rd, ground ball to short, makes the play. Nice job by Ryan Healy to make the stretch. So Wilmer Flores, a little shaky right there, but the job does get done. Base knock. Runner's going to round 2nd, head for 3rd, head for home. Miami will get another run here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Javon Brown does swing and a miss at a slider. It was a tough little slider here by Felix Hernandez. He's still pitching relatively decent, but Carolina's just going to have to get that offense going. Seiko is going to strike out. We've got another strikeout here. That's Jorge Alfaro to end the 4th inning. Let's go to the top of the 5th, and we got a little ground ball here. Double play, a possibility, but no, he's going to throw it away, and the run will score. It is now 4-1. 4-1. The Luis Arias, that would have caused, I mean, the run would have scored there anyway, but they would have at least gotten a double play, put them in a little bit better of a situation. This ball's hit really hard and really gone. That's a 3-run shot for Julio Rodriguez, one of baseball's top prospects, and it's making it known. It's making it known. It is now 8-2, and we've got Juan Soto up with bases loaded, and, you know, this game is pretty much over, isn't it? Never know. It's the bottom of the 8th. You never know. Let's get it to 8-4. So they have a shot here. Double play ball. Josh Akemi cannot come through. 9th inning, they shut it down. Miami gets a nice W here on the road against Carolina. So they only had 4 hits in today's game against Josh James. So maybe Carolina just can't really hit. We saw it against the Richmond Good Boys in the live stream, and maybe they just can't hit. Maybe they're just like us. We can't hit, right? Well, they get a loss, unfortunately, because it was a close game towards the end, but for the most part, it was all Miami. All right, guys, let's move out to Seattle. We've got the Oklahoma Hawks and Mookie Betts against the Seattle Emeralds and Derek Rodriguez. This is going to be a big game for Derek Rodriguez. He's sitting at 1-3 through 5 starts and a 6 ERA, and now he doesn't get this started off very good. A 4-pitch walk to the leadoff hitter, Pete Kozma. Ground ball, first pitch swinging, and that is what the doctor ordered for Derek Rodriguez. He's really needed that for sure. But now you got to go up and you got to get Mookie Betts. So you know what? Nobody on base. That's the best situation for Mookie Betts, right? It's never good when this guy comes up to the plate. But he is going to be aggressive here against Harold Ramirez, who doesn't really have a good arm out there in right field. This is something that we've noticed about Seattle. They just do not have a lot of good outfield defense. Now, their infield defense is pretty good with Alexander Jr. here, Nico Horner. They got Wander Franco, and then Ryder Jones at third base. But their outfield leaves a little bit left to be desired out there. So we'll see if that plays a factor in this game. Reagan Landish, custom prospect, pitcher that's going to throw in the upper 90s. He's going to be just a velocity guy. He does have a little bit of movement on his pitches, but for the most part, he's just mostly velocity. But he does have a nice little breaking ball in there to throw you off a little bit. But Domingo Santana going to strike out here, and Landish is already making his presence felt, man. Make his presence felt against this lineup. Says, you know what? I might be a rookie, but I've got you guys figured out. You guys just cannot hit my fastball. Nice play out there by Harold Ramirez, I should say, but he's going to have to make another one. Good play at the line near the warning track. So 2 outs for Harold Ramirez, and we got a walk here again for Luis Garcia, and it just missed. A little borderline pitch. Probably could have given them the call, but more of the baseball was in that ball territory, so outside the strike zone. So pretty good call by the umpire. Strike 3 called, so good pitch there by Derek Rodriguez. We got a little single here but the runner will advance. Nico Horner comes through, gets jammed, he gets a little jam shot, does get that single. So now we've got an opportunity for Seattle to get something done, but Matt Davidson is showing the hops. So for the most part, he is a designated hitter. This time he says, I can play a little first base as well. He gets the double play. Landish gets out of a little mini jam here. Let's go to the next inning. Let's go to bottom of the 4th inning. Kenneth Alexander here, strike out. He's already got 2 strikeouts on this inning. And a 0-2 count, and Willie Calhoun is going to strike out as well. So Reagan Landish comes back and gets 3 straight strikeouts in the inning, and he doesn't stop. He's not going to stop. Bottom of the 5th inning, Domingo Santana, strike out. Let's go to the top of the 6th. Pete Kozma comes up with a runner at 3rd. 2 outs now. Harold Ramirez got to come through. Cannot. Sac fly is going to get the first run across. It is a 1-0 game. Oklahoma. Mookie Betts with 2 down does get the base knock. It's like he just keeps getting base hit after base hit, and then he's going to attempt a steal, but oh, what a play by Wander Franco. That probably would have caused Mookie Betts to go on over to 3rd base, so he may have saved a run here. We'll find out. Base hit to the opposite side of the field. Harold Ramirez got to come up throwing again and again. It's just off. Just not a very good throw. Does not give his team a chance. So Matt Davidson comes through, gets the RBI single. And then we've got a gap shot here deep in right center field. That is going to get another run home. It is now 3-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. Derek Rodriguez's night is done. We're going to flip it over here to Connor Green to see what he's got. Against righties, he's given up .314 as a batting average, but he does strike out Steven Souza to end the inning and stop the bleeding here. Reagan Landish still out there, but we've got a little flare job. Oh, and Jesse Franklin, what are you doing? He's going to go to 2nd on the jam shot there, but oh, not a good move, man. Not a good move. I know you want to be aggressive here down by 3 runs, but dude, you get every runner in scoring position is precious. Another base hit here for Oklahoma, and the run will score. It's now 4-0, and we've got dire straits here for Seattle to try to win this game. So we do get a leadoff hitter on. That is Harold Ramirez. Now here comes Kenneth Alexander, one of the top prospects in all of baseball. We haven't seen him do much here in gameplay, but he does get a base hit. He's going to get a double, but what, no! Harold Ramirez, what are you doing? What? Why? He was totally out. He's not fast. So the base running aggressiveness is going to cost Seattle here as Willie Calhoun strikes out. We got Sam Wolf out here on the mound. Wander Franco gets a base knock. That will score the run if the throw doesn't come in. So they don't even challenge the throw there. They just get it into 2nd base. Probably a smart move. It's still a lead. But we do get a pickoff attempt here, and Matt Davidson cannot handle it. It's going to cause Franco to get to 2nd base. Domingo Santana, though, against Wolf, does strike out. Seattle does give themselves a chance, but man, oh man, oh man, just not a good play by Harold Ramirez. Now, look at not a good play. That, I know as an outfielder, those are very, very tough to read, especially when you're getting towards the wall, but this is just bad baseball. That is bad defense right there to try to double up and really compound the problem. You can't get the throw to the cutoff man, and that's going to lead to the runner to get to 3rd base. Luckily, that run does not score. It is now 5-1. Jackson Reese comes out here on the mound, and we've got a Ryder Jones appearance. Let's see what he can do. He does get a base hit right back up the middle, so maybe Seattle's got something cooking here a little bit. Nico! Home run! 2-run shot! In the bottom of the 8th inning, Nico hits this thing out here to left, a pull job. He absolutely blasted it for his first one on the season, and Jackson Reese is thinking, uh-oh, we might have a little bit of an issue here in the bottom of the 8th because they got one more at bat too. Runner's going to steal. Does get on. Kenneth Alexander, though, with the base open, probably the smart move. Tyron Guerrero says, you know what, let's not have this guy beat us. Willie Calhoun puts a charge into this one, but it's just not enough. Mookie Betts makes the play. 5-3 is your final score after that inning. And it's going to be the final score at the end of the game as Oklahoma takes care of business here, even despite Seattle's little late push there. So they scored their 3 runs in the 7th inning or later. Derek Rodriguez, unfortunately, he pitched pretty well in the middle part of the innings there, but really faltered late. So, you know, it was a good outing for him to get back on track, but unfortunately, the offense just couldn't come through against Reagan Landish. All right, guys, let's go to this NL West matchup between San Francisco and San Diego. The Defenders and the Grizzlies. Christian Yelich pounds this right through the shift for a single, a 2-out single. Keston Hiura going to take a strike here, but Yelich is going to be aggressive, and he's going to get his buddy here an RBI opportunity, but Hiura is going to strike out as the ball does come back and hit him. So it actually hit him. It was a slider. It hit him. Still counts as a strike. Still counts as a swing. Still counts as a strike. So nothing here. Bottom of the first inning, and we get a 1-out single. So actually surprised that they didn't want to take off for second base with that base running aggressiveness, whatever the heck that is. So it's really surprising there. Probably would have called for that runner to go, but he didn't, and it ended up being a double play. Anyway, so San Francisco gets out of the inning. Will Till comes up and gets a little chopper right in front of the left-handed pitcher, so you couldn't have placed it any better. Left-handed pitcher doesn't have an easy throw. He can't just pick it up and throw. He's got to turn his body to make that throw to first. So lucky for Will Till, he gets a base knock. He also gets a stolen base here. Got a real good jump off the lefty. It's a real good jump. Haseley going to send a line drop here to left fielder. Brian O'Grady makes the catch. That's a heck of a grab. But as an outfielder, I appreciate those grabs, man. I just do. I love those grabs. So good job, Brian O'Grady. But we do get a strikeout. That's Drew Jackson, the shortstop. He's going to swing and he's going to whiff. And then we also get another whiff. Gerardo Parra going to strike out here. Let's move to the top of the fifth. Will Till is going to whiff as well. So we got a little pitcher's duel going on here at Bayfront Park in San Diego. Tyler Bede's going to strike out Brian O'Grady. He says, you know what, dude? I tip of the cap, man. It's a good pitch. But Cole Calhoun is going to put a charge into this one. Says, you know what? Let's break that tie. Top of the sixth inning and against the left-hander. Gotta love it. You got that lefty-lefty matchup. Take one more look at where it was. Right dead center. Put a good swing on it. Definitely did not miss. Fly ball to left field, but man, Brian O'Grady made a great play earlier. He's going to let this one drop right in front of him. Haseley comes up with the RBI single. Now look at this. You see how he was rounding it? He just had a bad read right off the get-go, which cost them the run. So it's 2-0 here. We got a nice play out there in left field, and that is going to end the game, guys. San Francisco gets a 2-0 victory against their divisional rival. San Diego only scratched across 4 hits against Tyler Bede and that pitching staff. Otherwise, Bede was pretty good. Bernardo Flores was decent, you know, until late, right? 6th inning, 7th inning is really what cost him the matchup. All right, guys, let's go to the live stream games. So keep in mind that these games for Richmond are all going to be user played by me, and they're all going to be being played over on the Purple platform. And if you guys need to know an explanation on why I call it that, you can't direct traffic to another platform. YouTube gets really pissy about that. So you got to be able to say it in a different way. So if you guys want to go check out these games, it was a really nice catch by Christian Robinson out there in right field. I was really upset about that. But Richmond Good Boy Baseball will be all live stream games over there. So go check that out. And they'll be posted in the Thursday uploads. We'll always be posting it in the Thursday uploads. Or Monday, I guess. It doesn't matter. It just depends on what game we want to show, what matchups we want to get to. But I like this matchup against an NL East divisional opponent with the Philadelphia Flight. So just keep in mind, if you want to go check that out, it's over on the other platform. So yeah, let's get into the highlights, guys. We've got a 0-0 game here, and Forrest Whitley pitching pretty well, man. Pitching pretty well out here. We've only no hits given up here. Mark Cana sends a nice fly ball to center field, but oh my God, we have been getting robbed. We've absolutely been getting robbed. We couldn't hit against Dakota Hudson and Carolina. Legend difficulty. I have knocked it down to Hall of Fame difficulty, so maybe we'll see a little bit more success here, but pitching is still on Legend, so keep that in mind, guys. We got Linares going to strike out here. Whitley gets a nice ground ball to Matt Olson. Left a curveball hanging there for Luis Aviles Jr., the shortstop, but we knew that this guy doesn't have a lot of power, so you might as well just challenge him with that curveball. Just get the easy fly out and got the job done here. So bottom third goes without a hitch. Let's move to the top of the fourth, and Matt Olson puts another deep drive here to right fielder Christian Robinson. He makes the play. Man, that sucks, man. We're just missing the pitches. We're just missing them a little bit here. But look at Darius Wilson with the Derek Jeter type of throw. But safe is the call. I say Derek Jeter play, but we all know a lot of shortstops make those plays. But it's probably the most iconic one. But we do get a double play opportunity here. That is Urias back to shortstop. Wilson over to first. Gets that double play. And then the line drive to first base. We're still pitching really well here with Forrest Whitley, but we got to get the offense going. Can't do it in our top half of the inning, so let's go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Now we've got a hit down the line to left fielder, but it does come in here a little bit late, so it is going to be a double for Philadelphia. Now here's Linares, line drive back to Olsen. That's the 3rd out of the inning, so Whitley still pitching really well here. Urias going to drop this one right in front of the right fielder for a 1-out single. So we've got a little bit of something cooking here, right? Darius Wilson, don't rob us here, center fielder. Nice. We are going to challenge. The throw here comes in, and it does come in a little bit late, but we do get runners now on the corners. Now David Wright lifts a line drive right over shortstop Aviles Jr. Now we're going to challenge the throw again. This time we get the call too. That's going to be a safe call. Darius Wilson is having himself a nice little start to his rookie season here for Richmond. But we do get the tag going on as well, and Darius Wilson is going to score. Kyle Lewis gets the job done. 2-0. Still top 6th, and then Mark Cana drops one in as well. But probably a good decision here to not challenge the throw. I feel like we would have been thrown out. Tyler Thornburg comes up against Matt Wieters, looking for his 998th hit right there, but does not come through. We only get 2 runs on the inning, but we did put some pressure on the Philly. Bottom 6, runner on third base with 1 down, and we get a base hit for Philly. That's David Dahl, comes through, makes it a 2-1 game. Let's jump to the top of the 7th. We got Hobie Milner gonna strike out Urias right there, makes a nice throw, gets the job done, holds us off the scoreboard here in the top half of the 7th. Let's move to the bottom of the 7th here. We've still got Whitley on the mound, and now he's starting to give up base hit after base hit here. So we do have a base hit into foul territory now, but challenging the throw is Philly. They will move to 2nd and 3rd. We got a pretty bad situation here now, guys. We got nobody down, and we got a walk. Ugh. Forrest Whitley, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. We had to take you out. It's your ball game to lose, but we got to get something else going here. So we do go with Seth Elledge, and we know we got to go home, but Wilson's going to throw to first base because the runner, look at, we got that animation, the slow animation, and it just died in the infield. We could not throw to home. We had to take the out at first base. Philly will end up getting the run scored. They'll also get another base knock here to score the run, and they're now up 3-2. Fly ball, little pop up to shortstop. Wilson comes in, makes the play. What is an infield fly rule there? So even if you dropped it, it still would have been an out for the batter. But we do get out of the inning here as a little ground ball to Urias makes the play. But we got a job to do now. It's the top of the 8th. Nobody down. And they can't make the catch. That's David Dahl out there in left. He can't make the diving grab. They've made diving grabs on us all night. And Darius Wilson, the shortstop, says, let's get pumped up, boys, because we got a shot here to get that run back. But Kyle Lewis going to swing and miss at a fastball inside. Matt Olson going to put a nice swing onto this one, but a really hard hit ball here to first base. They make the play. And Philly is just looking for some extra insurance runs now, so we got to make sure that we hold these guys down here. We do get a strikeout and a ground ball out. 2 down. Let's chase Utley. Gonna swing and miss. So now we got Hunter Wood replaces Seth Elledge. Ground ball to shorts. Wilson makes the throw. Olsen with the pick. Now we got to face off against Oliver Drake in the top of the 9th. Mark Cana, they were hugging the line on Mark Cana. That probably would have been a base knock had they not been hugging the line. So they had the scouting report going in full effect here. Matt Wieters going to strike out. We're down to 2 outs, guys. Good boys. Baseball. We're 0-2 in gameplay. NL East is proving to be really, really tough on us, man. Good win for Philly. They get their season back on track. 3-2 is the final score. Both teams had 7 hits. I feel like that game was a little more competitive. It was more fun.
Legend difficulty is pretty difficult. Pretty difficult, especially with a lot of minor league players. It's very, very tough. But on the flip side, if you know how to pitch and you know how to do that, you know, you can shut down the opponent pretty easily. So that's why I left it on Legend pitching. So I don't know. I think this game was a little bit more fun. I think the sliders were a little fair. I think it's a little bit more competitive to hit on Hall of Fame versus Legend. And I felt like this game was actual baseball versus 24 freaking innings on opening day. That was pretty ridiculous. So that's going to be it, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing. I will see you guys on Friday for the live stream, and I'll see you on Monday for the month-long simulation. I'll update you guys on the standings, the statistics. I'll update you guys on who won this week's fantasy challenge. And keep in mind, the draft is in June. The draft is in June. So if you want a prospect, we've already begun the process of creating them. Obviously, the draft is going to be simulated, and then I'll end up having to edit those players on where you're supposed to go, where you and your players are supposed to go. I'll update you guys on how the draft is going to work on that Monday episode. So, guys, more to come on that. Don't fret, don't freak out. I will update you guys as best as I can on Monday's episode. So, guys, I'll see you then. As always, thank you for watching, and peace.